2.8 of your chapter Optics. In this session, we'll be discussing applications of convex lenses, just the 4 points. And before that, we'll be doing the recollection part. In last session, we read something about refraction through convex lenses, and under that, we saw 6 subtopics. First one is object kept at infinity, and the image is formed in focus. The second one is object is kept beyond 2c and the image is formed in between focus and center of curvature. Third one is object is placed at center of curvature and image is also formed at center of curvature. The image size and object size will be same. Then object placed between focus and center. Image is formed beyond center of curvature. And here you can see that the object size is much smaller than the image size, magnification taking place. Then the object is kept at focus and eventually we can see that the image is formed at infinity. These two lines are not going to meet, but surely they will meet because there is a little bit of deviation, so it takes very long distance somewhere here or below. They will meet in a longer distance. Okay, so since they are going to meet at the longer distance, and we know that the point of meeting will be the point where we need to draw the image line, like here those two rays are meeting at a point, and from there we are going to draw a line, and that line is going to indicate the image. So here these two lines will be meeting with each other somewhere in a longer distance, and from there we will be drawing a line which will indicate the image size. And that's the fifth case. And the last one is that object placed between the principal focus and optical center. Optical center. Object is kept in between focus and optical center here. Okay, and the image is formed in between center of curvature and focus, and here the image is erect and upright. Okay, this is not a real image. In other 5 cases the images are real, they are real and inverted, and here it's not inverted, it is upright, but the image is erect. We can't obtain this image in a screen. Okay, that's the difference between the 6th case and the remaining 5 cases. And coming back to the application of convex lenses, we have 4 applications of convex lenses. We know convex lens is actually a converging lens, so we can use it as a magnifying lenses also, because it is going to view smaller sized objects as a greater sized objects. Very simple, they are going to use this this subunit. See, this is magnifying lens, and you are going to keep a very small object in between the lens focus and optical center, so you will be getting a bigger image of this small object, and that's why they are using convex lens as a magnifying lens. Then convex lenses are used as camera lenses. Yeah, normally this is a common example. The third one, they are used in making microscope, telescope and slide projectors. In this lesson we'll be doing microscope and telescope. Slide projectors are not for your classes, it's meant for higher studies. What I'm saying is that BTech or BE, okay, BE, BSc, something like that. Okay, even in B.Ed also you will be studying about slide projectors, but here it's not necessary, and we will be only doing with telescope and microscope. Fourth one, they are used to correct the defect of vision called hypermetropia. Hypermetropia is actually a disease, or we can actually say it as a defect of eye lens. We'll be covering this defect also in the upcoming sessions. Wait for that. And for the application of convex lenses we are having hypermetropia, and for applications of concave lenses we will be having myopia. Okay, just remember these 4 points. This might be very useful when you are answering some questions from optics chapter. And that's all for session 2.8. Thank you, bye bye. Do like, share and subscribe.